eclipse could sit on the throne without unleashing doom. But this prophecy had been long forgotten by the kingdom's people, including the royal family, who had never experienced an eclipse in their lifetime. The cursed throne, a forbidden tale of power, greed, and redemption. In the heart of Africa, nestled between the vast savannas and dense forests, there was an ancient kingdom known as Ife-Oluwa, ruled by the revered and just King Adebayo. His reign was prosperous, and his people adored him for his wisdom and courage. His throne, however, was not just a symbol of power, it was a living relic, passed down through generations, steeped in mystical energy. It was said to be blessed by the gods, but also cursed by the gods who foresaw the kingdom's downfall when the throne was claimed by the wrong hands. The prophecy was clear: only a descendant born under the eclipse could sit on the throne without unleashing doom. But this prophecy had been long forgotten by the kingdom's people, including the royal family, who had never experienced an eclipse in their lifetime. King Adebayo, now aged and without a son, had one heir, his daughter, Princess Amina, a fierce and intelligent leader. The people of Ife-Oluwa saw her as their future, and many thought she was destined to rule, for she possessed a wisdom that rivaled even the greatest elders. However, a shadow of ambition loomed over the kingdom. Prince Olumide, a cousin to the king, was young, handsome, and eager to claim the throne. He was the son of the king's sister, and though he had no claim by bloodline, he believed that his youth, charisma, and strength made him more suited for the throne than the princess. He had grown restless, seeing the kingdom's power slip from his grasp with each passing day as Princess Amina gained favor among the people. He began to plot in secret, gathering allies in the palace and outside the kingdom. One night, as the heavens shifted and an eclipse began to cast its shadow over Ife-Oluwa, Olumide seized his chance. He snuck into the royal chamber where the sacred throne rested, its golden carvings shining dimly under the eerie light of the eclipse. Desperate for power, Olumide sat upon the throne, his body trembling with a mix of excitement and fear. The ground trembled beneath him, and an ancient voice echoed through the chamber: "The throne is cursed. Only the true heir may rule. The wrong hand brings destruction." But Olumide, consumed by his ambition, ignored the warning. His coronation was swift, and word spread that the kingdom had a new ruler. As the days passed, however, the kingdom began to feel the consequences of his actions. Crops withered, and a strange sickness spread across the land. Animals fled, and storms ravaged the once peaceful kingdom. It was as if the earth itself had turned against them. Princess Amina, hearing of the suffering, returned to Ife-Oluwa, determined to uncover the truth behind the kingdom's sudden downfall. Upon her arrival, she confronted Olumide, who had now become paranoid and delusional. He had become a shadow of the man he once was, his eyes wild and his mind fractured by the curse of the throne. The people, too, had begun to whisper of the prophecy, but it was too late. The damage had already been done. Princess Amina, guided by an ancient elder, learned that the only way to break the curse was not through force, but through sacrifice. She would have to take back the throne, not with violence, but with an act of selflessness that would prove her true worth. In the dead of night, as the kingdom faced its greatest storm yet, Princess Amina climbed the steps to the sacred throne. As she sat upon it, the sky cleared, and the earth settled. The curse was lifted, but at a great cost. Her life force was bound to the throne, and she could never leave it again. Before the throne could claim her completely, she turned to Olumide, now completely broken, and spoke the final words of the prophecy: "Only through redemption can the throne be saved. Your power has taken what was never meant for you. But through my sacrifice, you may rule again, if you choose the people, not yourself." Olumide, humbled by her words and the sacrifice she made, stepped down from the throne. He returned to his people with a newfound humility, vowing to rule with wisdom and compassion. The curse was broken, and the kingdom of Ife-Oluwa flourished once again, as the story of Princess Amina, the true heir, lived on as a reminder of the balance between power and sacrifice.